The ranger warned me to leave the trail before sundown. I didn't listen. I've always preferred hiking alone. It's not that I hate people. I just like the silence. Out there in the woods, there's no pressure to talk, no deadlines, no emails. Just trees, wind, dirt, and me. So when I stumbled across a barely mentioned trail called Dead Pine while planning a weekend trip up north, I was intrigued. No official website, no recent trail reviews, just a few blurry photos and some outdated directions on an old hiking forum. It sounded perfect. The drive took me far off the main roads and into thick wilderness. I passed one tiny gas station with hand-painted signs and a general store that looked like it hadn't been restocked since the 90s. By the time I reached the trailhead, it was already past 3 p.m. I figured I'd do a quick loop, maybe 2 hours tops, and be back before dark. As I stepped out of the car and started lacing up my boots, I heard footsteps crunching on gravel behind me. I looked up and saw a park ranger walking down the path toward me, but something was off. He looked like a man who hadn't slept in weeks. Gaunt face, pale skin, twitching under one eye. His uniform was official, but the name tag had been scratched so badly I couldn't read it. And he wasn't wearing a hat, just a mess of thinning gray hair that blew wild in the wind. "You planning to hike this trail?" he asked flatly. "Yeah," I said, "just a short one before sundown." He didn't smile, didn't nod, just stared at me. "You need to leave before dark," he said. "Do not be on the trail after sundown." I blinked. "Okay, I was planning on heading out before then anyway." He stepped closer. His eyes looked glassy now, almost like he wasn't fully seeing me. "No," he said. "I'm not warning you because of wildlife, or weather, or getting lost. I'm telling you because it gets inside the trees after sunset." My skin prickled. "What does?" He opened his mouth like he was going to say something else, but no sound came out. Just silence. Then he shook his head, turned around, and walked back toward a weathered ranger station just beyond the trees. I stood there for a few moments, unsure if I should even go in. But I'm not exactly superstitious. I've heard plenty of overdramatic ranger stories in my time. People just trying to keep tourists cautious. So I did what I always do. I adjusted my pack, locked my car, and stepped onto the trail. I didn't know it then, but that was the last normal moment I'd have for a long time. Dead Pine Trail lived up to its name. The trees here weren't like the ones I'd hiked through before. Tall, narrow, and unnaturally still. Even when the wind picked up, their branches didn't sway. No bird song, no insects, just this low ambient hum, like the whole forest was holding its breath. About 30 minutes in, the path started to narrow. Roots tangled across the dirt like veins. A thick carpet of moss muted my footsteps. I paused at one point to take a drink of water and realized I couldn't hear anything. No wind, no rustling, just silence, until the whispering started. At first I thought it was the wind. A faint hiss in the distance like leaves brushing against each other, but it wasn't random. The sound had a rhythm, a cadence, like words spoken just out of reach. I spun around scanning the trees. Nothing, just trunks and shadows. I told myself it was in my head. Dehydration, maybe. Too much caffeine on the drive up. Then I saw it. A circle of stones just off the trail. 7 of them, each one worn and cracked.